All right, everybody, let's continue examining the depiction of mind and body in art with two more examples. Both of them represent this tension between the physical world and the inner life of the subject. The first one is an example of a collage and sort of pokes fun at muscle culture and the obsession with external beauty, akin to our obsession with consumerism. And then we'll follow up with another iconic work from a Norwegian artist. So something from Scandinavia that is probably one of the most famous profiles of anxiety ever created in art history. All right, so that's something definitely describing the inner life of the subject. So let's take a look at the first one. All right, here we have Richard Hamilton's collage. Just what is it that makes today's home so different, so appealing, from 1956. One of the first artists associated with pop art and art movement was British artist Richard Hamilton. He used the medium of collage to assemble a pop art lens on a quote-unquote modern apartment and its residents, clipped from a collection of American magazines. You can see just on the left, the man of the house, cut out of a Muscle Man magazine with his Tootsie Pop barbell with the word pop directed towards his pinup girl companion on the right-hand side. Both are shown as fully subscribed members of consumerism with their television, state-of-the-art vacuum, tape deck music player, and furnishings. As Hamilton said, they were the Adam and Eve of this post-war world. Other mass culture products include the Ford Motor emblem. Yet there's a 19th century portrait, a comic book cover used as wall art, and even the movie marquee that you can see outside the window represent elements of culture from a past era, as if indicating the exiting of these objects on the conveyor belt of consumerism. The title of the artwork, Just What Is It That Makes Today's Home So Different, So Appealing, also come from one of those magazines that Hamilton drew from. But the muscle man and pinup girl represent just more that can be bought. Perfect bodies through workout equipment, plastic surgery, and implants. Next up, we have another mixed media piece by Edvard Munch. Many of you may have already seen this. It's super popular to express the exasperation of one's life on social media. It's called The Scream, from Norway, where Munch is from, and dates to 1893. Made from tempera and pastels on cardboard, not particularly large, at about 3 feet by 2 feet. All right, so if there was any artist who captured what is called the modern psychic life, it was Edvard Munch. The Scream is one of the most iconic works in the history of art in terms of conveying the anxiety and uncertainty of the modern age. If Vincent van Gogh used color and line for expressive means, Munch used it in a way to shock the viewer in this focused look at the penultimate primal scream. His figure is part of a landscape. Munch has fully abandoned any attempt to create a world that is naturalistic. His sky is an intense and eerie red, the landscape bleak. A sharp diagonal cuts through the length of the piece like a knife. The minimally rendered figure with its wide eyes and open mouth is almost skull-like in its minimalism, hands clutched to the ears in an attempt to drown out the world. Thick brushstrokes, intense color, oblique angles, all are meant to disturb and jar the viewer. The point of the work is not to describe the human body with optical realism, but to convey the inner terror and anxiety of the artist himself. Thanks for joining me.